Marco, good afternoon. Great to
Afternoon.
see you. Fulham into the League Cup semi-final for the first time in the club's history. 1 point off the top 10. You've won 3 of your last 5 Premier League games, 2 5-0s. I think it's safe to say it's a good Christmas for Fulham and their fans.
It's been a good December month. The Christmas haven't arrived yet, and for us to have a really good Christmas, we have a game tomorrow to win, and that is our aim, really, our vision. For sure, we are going to have a better one. I know that is a family moment. You have to enjoy. Okay, not big time that you have together, long time that you have together, but the time that you are with your families, you should enjoy. But for sure, all of us, we are going to enjoy a little bit more with a good result tomorrow. Answer direct to you, I repeat again, it's been a very good month for us so far. But you want to have a better Christmas, and just with the 3 points you can have.
Business as usual for you. Are you training on Christmas Day?
Yeah, we are going to train. Of course, we are going to prepare the game on the Boxing Day. We are going to be together, and we are going to pass that night in the hotel, yes.
Let's start with the injuries ahead of that game with Burnley this weekend. Willian came off against Everton. Doubts over Adama Traore, Tim Ream with a calf issue. Could you just give us some detail on who might be back and who might be missing?
Missing is going to be Tim Ream again and Adama Traore. All the others, they are going to be available for the match.
So no concerns over Willian having come?
No, as I said to you, William felt his hamstring the game against West Ham, came off at half time. Of course, we knew that for the Everton game probably is not going to be 100% for the 95 minutes, and we decided to take him in that moment. But this morning is okay to start tomorrow if I'm going to decide in this way.
We know the Premier League is competitive, and people will look immediately at Burnley's situation. They've lost 8 of their last 10 games in the Premier League. They're in the bottom 3. They have the second worst attack, having only scored 16 goals. They have the second worst defence in the Premier League. But this game could be so dangerous because of the nature of the top flight.
It's a really dangerous game. I don't have doubts about it. Of course, everything what you said, they are facts, and I'm not going to hide the situation. It's not for us to look really for that. When you analyze a team, you analyze for their strengths, their weakness, and their organization. What I can tell you that even not with the best results, they are a really well-organized team. They are a team that really knows what they want to do on the pitch. You can see in all the moments of the game, they know really what they want to do. It's clear their organization on and off the ball, what they try in any moment to provoke in the opposition side, and for us it's clear. We are going to prepare, and you are preparing already the game. Looking for their qualities, for their strengths, and of course something that you can explore is always like that. And for sure, our players, they are going to be on the pitch knowing everything about the way you can hold them, the way you can control them, at the same time the way you can explore some things on them, because to be honest, in terms of organization, I'm seeing very good things. Of course, the results, they speak louder in football and all that stuff, and of course they are not in the best position and the position that I wanted to be, but you can see straight away in Vincent Kompany the way he can is handle that situation, the way he speaks about ambition, the way he really believes in the process, and is always talking about the process, and you can see a process inside the pitch every single time they play. It's up to us to be stronger than them, really. We want to respect is going to be the same, and we had last game against Everton, or the game against Newcastle, or the game against West Ham is going to be the same. When you analyze games, you don't look for the table. When you analyze the opposition side, we don't look for the table, really. We look for other things that they are more important for us, and we are going to be to face and to play a Premier League game. And in Premier League, always difficult to get good results, and just at our best level we can get it.
And the game will be historic for another reason as well, with Rebecca Welch taking charge of a Premier League game, the first time in the competition's history. I know it's sort of a question that shouldn't really be a question,
yes,
but of course it is. It won't affect your preparation, it won't affect your team, your players, but nice for you and the club to be a part of such a monumental moment in history.
It is important, of course. She was the first 4 official in Premier League in our game against Man United, at Cottage as well, and we are going, of course, welcome her again. As I said, should not be even a question for me. Is matter of quality and the ability to referee a football match, and for sure she has. If not, it's not going to be at this level. And for us, it's going to be a normal situation. Of course, it's going to be the first time, and being the first time, of course, you have to give news about it. Everyone has to talk about it. When it's going to start the game, it's going to be another Premier League game, and people with good ability to be a manager, to be a football player or whatever, to be a referee, they are all welcome to the sport.
And just finally from me, obviously the January transfer window is around the corner. Do you have any players that you'd like on your Christmas list? Do you have some money you'd like to spend? Because obviously the season you've had, and the League Cup semi-final, and the progression that's happening at the football club. Great opportunity to develop that squad, to spend a bit more money, and also keep players. No,
definitely. I'm always saying, and we are not here to and cannot be to stand still, because we achieved just some good results, and now everything is okay. I remember what was the questions 1 month and a half ago. Everyone was really concerning about everything, that the position, that we were not able to score goals, we were not able to be competitive, all that stuff that we were talking about us. In that moment, we were not in panic. I was the first one to be here with you and really confident. Of course, I want to win football matches, I want to score goals, I want to don't concede goals and all that stuff. It's up to me to work with the players that we have to give them the confidence and the tools and to organize the team in a way that we can be as more competitive as you can. But that moment was not everything so bad that some people were talking about. Now it's not everything so perfect, because that I'm saying that we cannot stand still. We have to always look with ambition to improve the things on and off the pitch, clear. And if a window is an opportunity for you to improve the squad, let's try to do it. Of course, for clubs like us, it's not so easy to go and to spend big amount of money. Let's see what we can do in the market in terms of financial point of view, clear. And if you can improve the squad, we are going to do it. But again, for me, it's really important to improve, not just to go to sign players, just to show that the window is open, let's go to sign 1 or 2 players. Not the case, is not the way that I look for these opportunities. I look to improve, clear the squad. And if you find, and for sure they are in football, they are there. If you have the capacity to sign a player that can improve our squad and can strengthen ourselves, we are going to do this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Marco.
Hi.
On that, how much do you think the positive results you've had in the League Cup, in the Premier League with those 5-0 wins, how much do you think that can maybe change some players' minds who maybe were thinking they might leave in January? Do you think that might convince them to stay for a bit longer?
I don't think so. It's not. I know that when you get good results, everyone is happier, and the mood, the environment, and our ambition as a football club. But really, the players, they know what we are building inside this football club. They are always inside. They know what we are doing on the pitch, off the pitch. They know why in some moments we don't achieve good results, why the things are going the right direction. The last few games as well, they know everything, and it's not because two or three good results or 2 or 3 bad results that they are going to change their mind. I don't believe on that situation, of course. I really believe that the players, all of them, they are here with full focus on ourselves. The market, of course, when it's going to be open, is not just for Fulham Football Club, for other clubs at our size, can make them to think a little bit more, but really depending the offers they receive. And this situation you cannot control. I just can control our work, what we are doing, and control their focus as more as I can. If come offers or not, is not for me to talk about, and not for me to try to have some control on it, because I can't.
Do you think you'll be active quite early in the transfer window, or are you going to leave it towards the last stages?
For us?
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to really think about what means the January market, and if you leave everything for the last days of the January, okay, you are going to sign players for 3 months just, and 3 months and a half, and for me it doesn't make really many sense to do it in this way. But okay, it's the way I see the things. But of course, can happen something if one player leave the football club in the last 15 days or last week. Of course, you should try to replace him if you need. This is other situation. But if you plan something, of course, you should plan to have the players as quick as you can if you are going in this direction.
You won your last 2 home games 5-0. Are you expecting to go in that same direction against Burnley?
Not at all. No one can prepare games in Premier League that they are going to win for the 1 or 2 or 3. It doesn't exist. If you are going to ask Mikel, that now is in the first position, or Pep or another manager, if they are going to play at home or away Premier League matches, they want to win the matches, and they are going to laugh a little bit if you ask them. Imagine ourselves. For us, it doesn't make sense at all. Of course, we won 2 games 5-0. The last 3 games home, we scored 13 goals. The numbers they speak for themselves, but it's what it is. Their games had their own history. We have to write a different one, the next one, and what we want is to win. And if you are going to win and not concede goals, I'm going to be really pleased for it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Emma.
Hi.
Marco, another story that's around is this European Super League. Seems to have risen up again as a story. It does appear that Premier League clubs are saying they don't want to be part of it. I just wondered what your thoughts were about this potential breakaway.
Let's see what is going to be the next steps. Of course, yesterday comes some important news. What I read, and to be honest, I didn't read. I haven't read everything yet about the situation. But of course, some statements from some Premier League clubs, and that showed really what means firstly to be competing in Premier League, top level, the most difficult and the best competition in the world, if I can say it this way. And of course, they know how it's difficult. They know after you have to get by the Premier League with your position at the table to get to be aware to play or to get the chance to play in European competitions, Champions League or Europa League or Conference League as well. And I think this is a normal path to do it. And I think the way the clubs they are answer for it is being just show the respect for the firstly Premier League and show the respect for the European competitions as well. About the next steps, let's see what is going to happen, and I can be ready to go to speak differently if I see something that makes any sense for me.
We haven't spoken to you since you got drawn against Liverpool in the League Cup semi-final. So how are you feeling about the fact that you're going to be facing them?
First, I'm really pleased the way we went through. That is the first thing. We played against a tough side at Goodison, a team that last 4 Premier League games they won the 4. They didn't concede in any of the games. 4 clean sheets in a row, 4 wins in a row. Always difficult to achieve something like that in Premier League. And we were the team that we were able to score against them and to be able to went through in the competition. I have to be really pleased. Tough environment for us, really supportive for the home team as we expected as well. And our team, we showed the organization was not the best game in terms of quality of the game for both teams, I have to say. A lot of challenge, a lot of pressing, counter-pressing, all that stuff, and was not probably in terms of performance, but was a proper cup tie, really proper cup tie. And we were able to go through in the competition. The players, they kept the composure during the match in terms of organization, and after in that penalty shootout, when everything was more for the home team in terms of environment, they scored in the last minutes of the game as well. That always lift the team that score in the last minutes of the game. Normally they go more confident for the penalty shootout, but we were really confident on ourselves, and to see our players, they kept that composure and they show the quality to score in that moment or to take the penalty and they take the responsibility in that moment was really, I'm really pleased for it. And of course, really important for this football club for the first time play the semi-finals of Carabao Cup. The draw show to us that we are going to play against Liverpool. It's going to be next January we have time to talk about it. But when we play semi-finals, we have to go in the mission, and that's it. We are going to play that two legs with full ambition and to do our maximum as always.
On Burnley, I suppose you can see some similarities between Fulham and Burnley in terms of their experience in the Premier League, being relegated, then obviously promoted as champions last season. It's one thing to get promoted; it's another thing to stay a Premier League club once you've gone back up again. How tough is that?
It's really tough. It's really tough, and because that was so great what we did and the way we did it last season, you can do in many ways, but the way you did last season was brilliant, I have to say, because in my opinion the gap, first in championship you can see a lot of quality individual players with a lot of quality players that want to really to step in and to go to challenge the Premier League. Very good clubs, big clubs in championship too, of course. But when you give that step, the gap is getting bigger and bigger. Of course, you have to prepare really well yourselves. You have to have the quality inside, and of course, to challenge in a different way. Most of the clubs, they try to keep the process, and I really believe on it. You have to keep the process. Burnley is a good example. Last season we were a good example, and you can find other clubs as well that they try to keep the idea, to adjust some things, of course, but to keep the process. But of course, it's a tough one. It's a big step, but for sure of course, we have already 3-4 months. They are trying to do that in the best way. I believe that they are going to improve. Let's hope it's not going to be tomorrow against us, and we can achieve good results.
And finally, from me, Rebecca Welsh, you've said she's obviously got the experience to warrant being given this role tomorrow. Your players, all the staff, they'll show her the respect she deserves, won't they? Of
course, for us, it's going to be the ref in the game, and has to be, for us, has to be something normal. I know that is not normal because it's the first time, but for us it's completely the same. We are not going to talk even about it before the match, because for us it doesn't make sense. It's going to be the referee, like she was the fourth official some weeks ago in our game against Man United, and for us was a normal situation. For the people that in touchline, for the players was the same, and tomorrow is going to be the same. And we have to respect always the officials, and she's going to be really welcome. She got the chance because she deserved it for sure, and she has the ability to be at the level that she's going to be tomorrow.
Thank you, Marco.
Andy, do you have anything in the... No, I want to go back to your bits.
I'll just do one more question, just so we've got...
Let's go.
We've got some...
Do you want some water?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to go grab some?
You want some mince pies, an excuse to...
There you go. So back to you then, and then we'll finish the broadcast section.
Yeah, just one question on Bournemouth. Clearly, they struggled at first under Andoni Iraola. It took them 10 games to get their first win in the Premier League. But at this point, they've won 5 of their last 7, beat Newcastle, beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. Andoni describes his football as chaos football. He likes it to be fun, he likes it to be expansive, and the players perhaps didn't quite understand what he wanted from them, but clearly it's working now and they are starting to get it. As a manager, to try and prepare a side against a manager who has this chaos football, how tough is that when you look at your analysis, when you look at how you want to set up a team and be organised and structured, but the opposition are very sort of disorganised? How tough is that for you?
They are. I disagree. They are not at all disorganized. They are not at all. They have dynamic in their game, and any system, of course, when you prepare something, you prepare. And of course, when they are there static, doesn't look that. But after, what is going to make the difference is always the dynamic of any team, and they have dynamic. Of course, they have a way to press, and you can see it. Easily, the first analysis that you can do it, you can see that it's there an organization, and after, if they prefer to go more man-on-man in certain moments of the game, if they try to press really high in other moments as well. Of course, it's clear for us the moments that they want to do it, and on the ball you can see a clear organization in the way they want to attack, what they try to do as well. I don't see at all. Okay, you can see some players with more freedom or not to do certain type of things on the pitch, but I see a clear team with a very good organization, team that try to go, an offensive team, definitely, a team that try to to play to win the football match is what they are going to face against us as well. We are going to be there to do the same thing, to do our maximum, to keep our organization if we have to, but other moments really to go to give a game for them and to go to play to win the game. And it's going to be in this way. I think we are going to see not two disorganized teams, but yes, two teams very well organized, probably in certain aspects similar ideas to try to win the football match.